Hello.
Hi from Germany.
Yes, I am Günther from Germany, and
My name is Katharina.
yes, and we are glad to see you in the next half hour. Uh, and you have your questions about our module number 5.
The potentials of mobile media. We hoped you enjoyed it during the past few days to watch us on video and to train in all your media competencies.
And we hope you have much questions, and there are many people who ask questions. But first, I think we start with our module and and uh, show what we have done in this module.
Yes, we had 3 assignments for you. And as you can all see on the forums, there were some participants that worked very hard on it. Thank you, Alessandro.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
You uploaded all your results from the exercises using often, those who are that you're using not so often or never, or those that you would like to use
Yeah,
one
and
day.
you had to make a mind map about the functions, I think there was Alessandro who made a mind map. I will show it. It's a very fine mind map. He showed us that he uses perhaps he uses WhatsApp and Telegram, and he uses YouTube and I think the normal apps which we all use on our mobiles.
Yeah, mostly in apps and communication. For instance, we're not seeing your comments on YouTube, but we're going to start it because I saw that the link is online now.
The link is online. Okay. Where can I find it?
We'll manage it. So far, you can write your questions in the Moodle forum. Let's see. And here we go. Yes.
Here we go. So we perhaps can see now your questions, but we don't see a question. There's no question
Some
already.
question will appear there.
But it must be here.
So the idea behind the mind maps and checking the apps on your smartphone was actually that you reflect on on your habits, on your usual use of apps. Also look up if there's something you do never use, and maybe deactivate or delete even the app on your mobile phone. And maybe you also discovered something you didn't know it was there and you would like to use it. Or, and this is especially in a learning context with language learners, you can talk about what you find, what you use, and you can help each other, because there's always someone who's using an app which you don't know, but you see it's very useful for.
Yeah, and perhaps there's the first question, but do you see a question on your? I don't see anyone. Perhaps anyone say hello to us and that you are online, because we don't know if is there anybody online. Is there anybody online? Hey, yes, hello. We see one hello. Thank you. Zeno is also online. That's fine.
Perfect. So we see we're not alone today.
We are not alone. We are not alone. But we hope that there are more online, so we can have a little discussion. We can discuss our module.
Yeah.
But there are only 2 now.
Well, for instance, we can maybe continue just to talk about the
Of-
assignments and what already happened on the model.
Perhaps we go to the second clip.
Yeah,
Katerina?
there's one thing I wanted to mention.
Mhm.
If you have found some apps, even if they are not already downloaded or installed on your devices, you can also, or it's useful just to have like an aim to say, okay, there's one app I would like to use more often, or at least I would like to use it. So you have to, it's difficult to say, okay, now I'm going to start it. It's easier to have really a target, to have an aim, to have an occasion where you're really going to use it. Like if it's a video editor, you're looking for a situation which is worth being filmed and being turned into a movie. And so you just have this occasion and use it and learn by it. And you're not like only learning for learning, but learning for having a result afterwards. Yeah.
Okay, then let us go to the second clip. Yeah, the second clip was about bring your own device. Here we have showed you the difficulties that the different systems like iOS and Android have, because the one have an Android smartphone, the other one have an iOS smartphone. So the participants don't have the same apps where you can use. That's sometimes it's a problem in the practice. So you have you have to decide what it's the way to do it together. And we also focused the potentials of photo, film, and audio projects in language learning in this module.
Yeah, those were only examples. You can always take your hobbies, like if you like music a lot, or if there's some learners that like to play games, you can also use those categories to choose apps to train language and to do some small projects where communication is the main point in producing a song, writing lyrics and everything.
Yeah. And I think we have very good experience with this project to do a film, to learn a language with a film, to make a nice stop motion film, and have the possibility to learn about the language speaking in a real moment.
And also for this assignment, we have a result in the forum from Alessandro.
Yeah,
thanks again.
Thank you, Alessandro, again.
And he reflected on the use of the app called Retrica, which is a photo app for using like retro filters. And this app is available for iOS and Android system, and it's free to download, but there's in-app purchase, as he mentioned. And he did a nice reflection on the target group. So he downloaded the app, he tried it, and then he wrote a little reflection on what's difficult about the use with the group of language learners. So there can be difficulties in the download of the app because there have to be basic skills in at least in reading, in using the phone, in downloading, in managing the storage on the phone. So there's many points that can be difficult for the group of learners. And you, as the teachers and the educators, you know the group best. So you can look for the apps and see, okay, this is useful or this is not useful.
I think this information was very interesting for us. It was also interesting that in Italy it is another using of an app to learn languages than we do it in Germany, because in Germany we use it more like an instrument to have
to express
some things. So, but it's interesting, because I think in every country it is another another method to learn the language.
So is there now any questions from out there in
I
Europe?
see 1,000 questions, but they are all white, these questions. So you have to write it in a black version, perhaps. But I think it's very, very difficult to have questions.
Maybe everything was clear for you, and now you're all experts in using media with your language learners and students. There's one advice according to the reflection of Alessandro. If there's really, or just ask yourself, ask the question, is it really necessary that the students download themselves? So if this step can be made for them because they don't have the skills yet, they can still use or they can already use the app and learn how to express and have a situation which is motivating for using language, not for just training, but for using and producing language for communication. So if it's possible, you can either download it for them, just show them the way, so they will afterwards may be interested in how to download other apps. Or if possible, if you have any devices in your organizations, just prepare them so they can start directly with the creative work and with the motivational work.
I see 4 viewers.
Yeah.
So we are a viewer and Zeno is a viewer. So there must be 2 more. 2 more.
So
there
nice
are the 2 more viewers. Perhaps you can say hello to us, so we know where is online too. But I think that's very, very difficult.
Yeah, we're online on the YouTube chat as well as
Christina.
on the chat.
Christina, hello, and Paula, say hey. Hi.
Welcome to Digital Germany.
I hope you understand our English, because my English is not so very well, but I will try do my best thing. Is it okay, Christina? And Paula? I think, Paula, yes, it's perfect. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you very much. Very much. Okay. Yeah. You understand everything? Yeah. If you have questions, please
let us
know it. Let us know. The module was very clear for me. Thank you very much. And it's really good materials Paula was writing. So we are glad to hear it.
Yeah. What did you try? Did you try like photo or a video editing app? Did you try to produce something? Because our aim to make you produce something was just to get into the situation where the learners are. So you have all these possibilities to express, not only by spoken word, but also by pictures, by moving pictures like videos, by music, as I said before. So we just wanted you to make this experience and maybe also to get involved, to get motivated, to see, okay, this is fun. I really like to do this. I'm having super results. I want to show them to other people. And so there you see all those possibilities to talk about it and to communicate with others.
Oh, yeah. Christina or Paula, do you create one perhaps a film or a audio or a photo project. We create video with Edition program. Okay. Can you tell us what Video CV was for our users that are seeking jobs? You did it for the job presentation.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
Yeah, and was it good for your participants? Was it a good method?
There's also two ways to do this CV things. It's on the one hand, it's like presenting yourself really to the new job, to send the videos to the workstations, or to just train like the presentation situation, to watch the video, to reflect on how you acted, how you spoke.
Paula is writing. It's good in general, because they first think about themselves in order to create the video, and also it's useful for their motivation. At the same time, they improve digital skills with smartphones themselves. So I think it's a good
learning outcome.
Learning outcome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So you already tried it with your students. That's perfect, because for the moment, so you are our students, in fact. For the module or for the MOOC, you are the students, and you were not supposed to. You didn't have to do this directly with your students. So this is very nice, because in every learning situation, you can include also tiny little parts of using digital media, to use the devices of
people. Paula is smiling, and we're smiling
for all
too.
The compliments.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Should we go to the last clip, or do you have any other questions now? Did you perhaps do other things? What you can show us, because it's interesting for us if you have experience with some methods.
Yeah, also share on the forum. Also, after this video, you can share on the forum your experiences. As you can see, like Alessandro did, he was reflecting on the app and like watching or looking for when there were barriers, or if there were some things that were easy or difficult. So he wrote it down, and now we know, because we didn't know the app Rhetorica before. But now we know, okay, there's some things you have to know, and it could be difficult because it has this in-app purchase. Maybe it's better to look for an app where this is not happening. So the students are not going to click on something and buy things, although they don't really understand. So if you have any advices for the others, we can use the forum as helpful for everybody.
Okay.
So if for the moment there are no questions.
Moment there are no other questions, perhaps Christina have a question. Christina, are you already? Are you still online? We don't hear of her.
Well, we started this live session by reflecting on this week's module on the potentials of mobile media, and looked a bit for our assignments and the exercises we gave to you in the little clips. And then I think we can start to just talk about the third assignment, which was about creating concepts on using mobile media in your learning settings.
And Christina is writing, yes, I'm online, but unfortunately, I'm late with the modules. That's no problem. I think you can do it all the time because it's not necessary to do it now. You can do it also tomorrow or a tomorrow after tomorrow or a tomorrow after tomorrow after tomorrow. So,
Yeah, we're
when,
glad
in,
you're here. Although you did not see us on video before and did not try it, so we
perhaps I
hope.
will ask Christina, did you ever work with mobiles, with mobile equipment? Or is it you don't have do it already? Genau. Paula answered, yeah, you can do it whenever you can do it. Ha ha ha. Okay. You can do it on Sunday and on the evening and the night. So if you want, if you have time, you can make the modules.
Yeah, the important thing is if you know what you are using, you can also understand more easily what your students are doing with their smartphones and why, for example, they are often watching or looking on it because maybe they are also using a lot of communicational apps, messengers, and just waiting for news. And so you can always communicate about it and just talk, okay, which messenger is the best one? Which one are you using? So you have to have some basic skills in talking if you want to talk about the apps. But if there's no skills until that moment, so you can just try to use and work with visual media, so like photos or videos, and then you can start training. You can introduce some new words, train those words, because while making a movie or making a media product, you're always repeating words which you won't forget anymore.
Yeah, I like to make movies because I have always the experience that the participants are very interesting in making new movies, and they can do it in a stop motion film, or they can do it in a film. They make a reportage. They go outside and make interviews, and when they make interviews, it's interesting because they have a new position. They can speak. They can speak, and somebody hears to them. I think it's a very good method to learn the language.
Yeah, I always say that the microphone or the camera is the power, because you are the one who has the microphone in your hand. You are the one that is allowed to ask the question, and the others have to answer. So they can refuse, but normally they're going to answer your questions. So you really feel proud of it, and you feel that this microphone is somehow a little bit of power yet that you are using. And this is also motivating for communication.
Yeah. And Christina writes, I joined this course because I'm back at university and I took an exam in media literacy. So I'm a student, but I'd like
manage the use of it, but also to have fun with it, to create things and use creative ways of expression.
Yeah, because I think learning with fun is another learning than only a stupid learning the language, the repetition and the grammatic. It's better to do it live. If they make a film, if they make an interview, they can speak and they learn it automatically. So I think it's the better way. So.
Yes, and don't worry, because in the third assignment, there was Alessandro who presented some apps he was involved in when they were developed, which is great. He talks about an app called Presente, which is, I think, for learning Italian, and for integrating in Italy. You don't have to invent any apps for working with mobile media or with any digital devices. You can use what is there. This is what you could see in the second assignment. So just look which apps are used, which apps you would like to try, and then reflect on, are they really useful or are they too complicated? Will they like
Yeah, we have 4 minutes left, so you can ask your last questions. If there is one important question, please tell us this question. Yeah. But if there's no question anymore, I think
yeah, we hope
come
you
to an end. Yeah.
enjoyed this live session, as well as you enjoyed or going to enjoy the other clips and all the inputs we give you within this module, the potentials of mobile media.
Yeah, and we hope that Christina is already to say in it.
Yeah, just continue training on creative ways of expression, and continue also offering those to your students, because sometimes the students are even not know better how to use them. So the students can be the experts, and you don't have to be the expert. As we said in the video, as you have seen Günther opening the door, you are only the door openers. You are creating situations where students can use media for expression and for communication, for working together. We already said that media production is teamwork, and in a team we have to communicate.
Okay, then we thank Paula, Christina. Have a nice time.
Yes,
and
good learning outcomes for the rest of this MOOC. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.